I don't know what you all were expecting from me when I got back. You were probably thinking, oh boy, the next time I see Gabe Vaughn, he is going to be as red hot mad with a capital M as I've ever seen him. If those were your thoughts, then I am not going to disappoint you. Initially, I was wondering whether I should put everybody into a bad mood right before Christmas, but you know what? This couldn't wait. This bomb could not wait to explode. Just an announcement, you'll notice it's Thursday, and I just decided that would fit better into my schedule, so from now on, we'll be doing this on Thursdays until the start of spring training. Alright, let's go right to the question. After losing Carlos Correa to the Mets, is it likely Brandon Crawford will continue as the starting shortstop? Very straightforward answer. Yes, he's going to continue as the starting shortstop. He's past his prime. I don't expect him to be a very impactful player for the Giants, relatively speaking, in 2023. As to the other question about Robbie Grossman and Tanner Scott, that's a lot of information to really put into one video. I don't think I can really do that, so tomorrow night you'll get the answer. Thank you for that question. It was a very informative one. I'm going to get to it tomorrow because I just need to really concentrate this video on one thing. Alright, so the Giants lost Carlos Correa to the Mets. Did you think it was bad when the Giants were one step away from signing Aaron Judge and they lost him? The Yankees snatched him away? Boy, I sure did. But how much worse is it when you've already signed a guy and he finds a way out of it, goes to another team? When you have already been acting like it's confirmed he's going to be on your team and he gets stolen away, how much worse is that? Such was the case with Carlos Correa. And you might ask, but how can he do that? How can he just go to the Mets like that after he came to terms with the Giants? You want to know how he can do it? Great Scott. Very literally, great Scott. Here's how. Carlos Correa has the most brilliant agent in the game, Scott Boras. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why he can do that. All MLB contracts, as far as I can tell, are not guaranteed. They're not confirmed until the player passes a physical. And during Carlos Correa's physical, the Giants expressed concern about what they were seeing. I don't know who in the organization it was. There was something they were concerned about. Maybe he just wasn't eating an apple a day to keep the doctor away. I don't know. That information wasn't released. And somewhere along the line, Correa and his agent Scott Boras started feeling like maybe the contract wasn't going to be confirmed after all. And Correa started talking to the Mets. End of the story. The Mets signed him to a 12-year contract, and he just got out of his contract with the Giants. And now it's pretty clear. Whatever the Giants' concerns were, they're pretty disappointed they don't have Correa. They realize that was the right way to go, but now it's too late. You go to their website, and the question's asked, what's next after losing Correa? Oh, the Giants know they lost him. They know now. I think they're pretty sure now it would have all turned out right in the end, and I'm confident Correa's going to be in New York and have a great year in 2023. The Giants, like I said, I don't know who it was in their organization that halted the confirming process with the contract. But dude, you can't do that when the guy you're dealing with is the last available superstar on the free agent market during an offseason in which you are desperate after multiple failed attempts to improve your team, to bring it to some level of contention in the next year after having a miserable season, miserable trade deadline, and you just need to bring it to some level of competition. That is not the time to cast doubt on the last superstar player available. And I mentioned it wouldn't be a good idea to sign injured players and players who have to rebound from things and make that your focus. I mentioned that. I'm admitting to all my mention of that, but when it's a guy like Correa who was expected to be in good health, this is a bit different. Whatever it was in the physical, you know what? I don't think that can supersede the good health he was supposed to have been in before coming to terms. Was this proceeding legal? Did he have a right to negotiate with the Mets? I don't know. Seems to me there should have been some time frame during which the club had control, and if they exceeded the time frame, he'd really become a free agent again. To me, that's how I think it would work, and I don't know all of the details. I don't know what the time frame is. But however it was, the Giants made it look like they might not be confirming the deal at a bad time. And they realized their mistake. They realized Correa belonged there, and it's too late. This does not fit my definition of a big offseason. It doesn't fit anybody's definition of a big offseason. It's a lost one. Great Scott Boras. He'll do that to you. He's a great agent. He's going to find it. If you're not confirming the deal, he's going to be the guy to look elsewhere. Great Scott Boras. That's what he did. He took Correa to the Mets because he realized there was doubt about the status of the contract. Brought him to a team. And let's just take a look at the kind of team the Mets are. They've got one of the highest payrolls in baseball. They're signing the free agents. They're improving their roster. They know how to play baseball. For the Giants, it's a lost offseason. For the Giants, it's, I don't know. I just don't know what to say about this. You thought it was bad to lose Aaron Judge, a step away from signing him. It's even worse when you appear to have a guy down and then you just throw it away like the Giants did. Regardless of whether you think this proceeding was legal, it's certainly the Giants' fault that they missed out on Correa, as well as just everybody else that they should have signed. Bad offseason for a bad team. So what should they do? What's their best bet going into 2023? Well, it's probably to go with the roster and rebuild the farm system and, focus on preparing for the future and hope that they have some kind of an unexpected hot streak like they did in both 2019 and 2020, or hope that the roster will turn out to be similar to the way it was in the beginning of 2022 and get them into a respectable position, after which, if they are lucky enough, if that occurs, they will need to do some serious buying at the trade deadline. They haven't done that any of the 3 recent years where a little thing would have flipped contention or no contention. That, I think, is the current best bet. So, as of tonight, that's all. And tomorrow I will get to the other question. But it's been it was supposed to be a big off season. Now it's a big blow up, big disaster for the Giants. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.